guys did 14. You guys had an hour 15 time slot yesterday. I think it might be an hour today. Yeah, you guys only have an hour time slot. I'm 13 minutes.
And the awesome. And we're underway here. Welcome. It's a few minutes early. First friendly of the weekend. 3 scheduled for KC Hockey Club. First one here against the Peoria Junior Mustangs. Bakta quickly over the blue line. Quick shot. Got tipped and up in the net. We're here in Springfield, Illinois. Playing 3 different teams. All friendlies. No tournament play this weekend. Peoria team first off here. Gunnar Smith at face-off. Allender and Bakta are your wingers. Barron and McClin. All the defensemen. KC again controls it. Allender trying to get it back to the D-line. He decides to throw it back down low. Bakta chips it back, trying to get it over to Barron, but picked up by the Mustangs. Mustangs headed out the other direction through center ice. Quick shot through the crease, all the way into the corner. Comes all the way back to the right D. Shot from the Mustangs, turned away by Eager. Ethan Eager starting in net here for this first friendly. KC trying to transition out of their zone. Barron chipping it ahead into the neutral zone, but picked off by Peoria. They'll play it back in their own zone to the right D. Back to the left D. Pushing it up through the neutral zone to the left winger. And he'll dump it in and head back to the bench for a line change. KC will pick it up behind their own net. Barron beats his man there. Slides it around looking for Bakta, just out of his reach though, and Peoria keeps it in. KC trying to chip it out of there. Loose puck picked up by McClin, but poke checked away by the Mustangs. Bouncing puck, no clear possession there for a moment. Eventually Peoria tries to keep it in at the blue line, but kicked back out by Kansas City, and we'll get our first line change for KC as they chip it on target here. Cleared out by Peoria. Dumped right back in by Kansas City. Howard on the ice with JC and Hargadine. Phillips plays it back down low across the blue line to the left side. Picked up by Peoria. Peoria trying to clear it out quickly. They played up the left side into the neutral zone, but a good poke check by JC disrupts that rush. Hargadine in pursuit along with JC, but Peoria pushes through the neutral zone. Get tangled up there on the far side with the ref, and Howard digs it out. Howard looking for Hargadine. He finds Hargadine on the blue line. Hargadine trying to get around one defender, but he bodied him up and slowed down the rush across the blue line. Tie up here on the near side. KC will dump it down during a line change. Johnson on the ice now. Logan Weisner and Myers are the wingers. Back to the bench. Powell on the ice for KC. Powell and Hill, your defensive unit. Peoria through the neutral zone. They'll chip it far ahead, but out of reach. Picked up by Hill. Hill trying to play it ahead to Myers. Myers over the red line, I should say. Backhands it into the zone. Peoria picks it up. They try to clear it out. Comes back to the point where Powell chips it right back in. Weisner picks it up. Blocker save. Quick shot by Logan Weisner. Blocker save by the Mustangs goalie. Myers picks it up on the far side. They try to clear it, but it comes back to the point for Hill. Hill misplayed it momentarily, but good back check by Powell. He picks it up, slides it back over to Dungy, fresh off the bench. Chipped into the Peoria zone, and they'll regroup. They send it up to the right side of the neutral zone. Across the blue line into the Kansas City zone, through some traffic, trying to get a shot, picked off by Powell there. I think Hill had a poke check on that. Good poke check by Hill, disrupted the shot, trickled into the crease. Quick shot again, top of the slot, turned aside by Eager. Left leg pad save, kicks it into the corner. KC trying to clear it out, comes out to Dungy. Dungy across the blue line, he plays it ahead to Brown. Brown pulls it back to himself, trying to get across the blue line, but a poke check by Peoria. They steal the puck back, they'll send it back into the neutral zone. Hill back checking. He'll circle back in his own zone, pick up the puck. Long outlet pass looking for Dungy. Dungy trying to tap it ahead to Smith. Just over the blue line, but then it's poke checked away. Hill the only man back. Peoria rushing across the blue line. Quick snapshot saved by Eager. Hill picks up the loose puck, trying to clear it out of there. Good move by Hill as he's circled around to avoid some traffic and gets it up to Dungy. Dungy tries to ice it, puts it almost on target, hits the net though. Side of the net. Side of the net though is just over the red line, so icing call on Kansas City. Puck comes back into the Kansas City zone. Face-off controlled by Kansas City. McLean chips it around, circles behind Eager. Barron there along with Allender trying to dig it out of the corner. Peoria comes away with it, centering pass right in front. Great play by McLean. Got him tied up, got his shin guard or his skate in the way and disrupted that one-timer attempt. Johnson skates it through the neutral zone and dumps it and chases after it. Johnson picks up his own puck in the near side. Tied up there with a couple Mustangs. Bakta there as well. Barron trying to keep it alive. He pinches down, but it trickles out in the neutral zone, and Allender floats back to play it. Allender over to McLean. McLean up to Bakta. Poke checked away momentarily, but Allender keeps it alive. Allender skates through some traffic. He's down to the face-off dot. Tough angle shot. Leg pad save, kicked into the corner. Bakta dumps it back down low for Allender again. Johnson in the slot. Puck picked off though behind the net. Peoria breaks out the other direction. Mustangs across the blue line into the Kansas City zone. Centering pass goes all the way through the traffic into the near corner. Quickly played out by Kansas City. Tapped ahead to Johnson. Just over skated though. And Peoria picks it up. Quick shot. Stick save by Eager. Bounces into the corner. Bakta picks it up. Touch pass over to Johnson. Johnson chips it over to Howard right on the red line. Howard just across the blue line. Bouncing puck though. Trickles ahead of him. Good effort by Howard trying to beat his man to the puck, but Peoria comes away with it. They quickly skated out the other direction. Good pressure by JC and Hargadine there, but a quick touch pass just over the blue line. Slap shot turned aside by Eager. JC digs it out of the corner. Trying to get an outlet pass for a streaking Howard, but picked off at the blue line by the Mustangs. Mustangs down to the faceoff circle. Shot goes wide behind Eager. Rebound right in front. They shot it through the crease. Comes back to Peoria. They try to play it back to the blue line, but picked up by Hargadine. Hargadine trying to chip it out of the zone, but bouncing puck. Couldn't corral it. Good opportunity there, but just couldn't get the puck settled. Face off. Center ice here. Smith will take the draw with Logan Weisner and Myers on the wings. Landon Weisner and Phillips on D. Myers comes away with it after the face-off. He skates through the blue line, going wide down in the face-off circle. He drops it back to Logan Weisner. Logan Weisner trying to get a shot. It was blocked and came into the crease. KC trying to pull the trigger there, but it's poke checked away. Back checking is Myers, or Smith. Smith picks it up. He circles around, touches it over to Landon Weisner. Landon Weisner pitching down across the blue line, trying to get through some traffic. Timely poke check there by Peoria, though, disrupted it. Weisner picks his pocket again, returns a favor, and plays it back down low. Puck comes back to the point. Smith with a shot. Hit a defenseman in the slot. Myers trying to get a stick on it, but it's chipped out by Peoria. They'll circle back. Weisner plays it back to Phillips. Phillips in zone, plays it up to Logan Weisner. Logan Weisner just over the red line. Plays it down deep. KC will head back for a line change. Mustangs misplay it. Smith picks it up. He's got Brown in the slot. He plays it back to the point on Powell. Slap shot. Got poke check. Didn't get a good stick on it. KC chips it back in the zone, but Peoria collects it behind their own net. Peoria trying to play it out through center ice. Across the red line into the KC zone. Hill and Powell are back. Shot turned aside by Eager. Loose puck behind the KC net. Powell digs it out. Plays it up to Dungy. Dungy trying to clear it, but kept in at the point by the Mustangs. Shot picked up by Hill in the slot, though, and he sends it out of the zone. Mustangs trying to play through the neutral zone. Errant pass there. Allender chips it ahead. Allender, Dungy, and Johnson are your forwards. Barron and McLean on the ice for the defensive unit. McLean over to Barron. Barron backhands it up looking for Dungy. Dungy just over the blue line, but bouncing puck goes past the stick, picked up by Peoria. Peoria trying to clear it out, kept in by Allender and Dungy, though. Trying to get a centering pass. Peoria digs it out of there, and they'll play it up to the blue line and into the neutral zone. McClin sends it right back into Johnson, though, over the blue line on the left side. Johnson trying to get around some traffic. Got tied up by a Mustang. They're trying to clear it out of there. Good poke check the last second by McClin, but it bounces into the hands of a Peoria player. They had someone streaking there. Good poke check by Barron to disrupt that play. Line change for Peoria, and they'll just dump it in the KC zone. Barron streaking out, playing it ahead for Johnson just off his stick. Peoria will collect it at their own blue line and turn around. Pushing it up through the neutral zone. 2-on-2 break. Johnson back checking. Good poke check by Kansas City to break up the play. Centering pass turned aside by Barron twice. Comes back, though, into the face-off dot. Peoria skating through some traffic, trying to get a shot, but a couple good poke checks. No shot. Bakta picks it up, trying to play it out of the zone. Kept in by the Mustangs. They turn around, fire a slap shot just wide. McClain will pick it up, play it up the boards, looking for Bakta. Kept in again by Peoria. They chip it down low, trying to keep something alive here. Great poke check by Johnson, though. He breaks it up. Chipping it ahead, looking for Bakta. Again, turned down into the corner by Peoria. KC trying to clear it out of the zone here. Peoria doing a great job to keep it alive at the blue line. Shot from the blue line, high chest pad save by Eager. Kicks into the face-off dot. Allender chips it up and out of the zone. Barron chasing after it. Peoria turns it the other direction. JC, Hargadine, and Howard on the ice. Line change, Kansas City. JC touch pass up to Hargadine. Hargadine trying to regain control. Bouncing puck. Skates it to the neutral zone, looking for JC. Poke check by Peoria broke up that play. Barron sends it across the boards, banks it over across the boards looking for Hargadine, but it took a weird bounce. Hargadine had to hit the brakes as he was across the blue line. Howard digs it out. Howard trying to get through, fights through a poke check. Pulls it back to the face-off circle. Shot looking for a rebound. Loose puck right in front. Saved by the Peoria goalie. JC was right there. Good play by Crosby to throw the puck on the net there. And just over 2 minutes remaining in this first period. Mustangs win the face-off, but they with their pocket pick by Hargadine. He comes away with the puck. He'll play it down low for JC. Trying to clear it out, but Howard is there with a good poke check. Mustangs eventually chip it up and over the blue line into the neutral zone. Phillips and Weisner back on D. Errant shot goes behind the net. Weisner picks up the loose puck, chips it ahead to Hargadine. Hargadine streaking up the right side, trying to get around some traffic. The poke check by the Mustangs broke it up. Weisner plays it over to Phillips. Phillips touch pass over to Howard. Howard lost an edge at center ice. Picked up by the Mustangs. Mustangs the other direction, just across the blue line. Shot blocked off the shin guards of Phillips. Trickles into the near side. Landon Weisner trying to play it ahead to Hargadine. Hargadine will push it up. He's got Howard and Myers. Hargadine over to Myers. Myers across the blue line. He'll backhand it into the zone. Line change for Kansas City. Smith and Logan Weisner on the ice for the forward line. Smith chips it ahead just over the blue line after Myers got back on side, but picked up by the Mustangs at center ice. 1 minute remaining in the period. Mustangs rush down to the face-off circle, but a great poke check by Hill. He broke that play up. Smith taps it ahead to Logan Weisner. Weisner on the left side across the red line. He'll flip it into the zone. Chasing after is Brown on the right side. The goalie stops it though behind his own net. Peoria with a couple quick touch passes into the neutral zone. 2-on-2 break. Powell and Hill back for Kansas City. Back check by Weisner. And offsides call on Peoria. KC breaks up the rush. Here in Springfield, Illinois, home of the Junior Blues. There is a Junior Blues game on this ice tonight at 6 o'clock. Same time as KC plays on the other sheet of ice at 6. So when the boys get out of their game, probably be at least a period and a half to catch of that game. But first, Chiefs football. So between these two games, head over and catch the Chiefs. Peoria breaks it out the left side all the way through the neutral zone, but puck hits the ref and slows down the rush. They fire a quick slap shot, but it goes wide left. Just under 20 seconds remaining here in this first period. Centering pass picked off by McClain. He touches it ahead to Smith. 10 seconds left. Smith and Brown breaking through some traffic. He plays it over to Brown, goes off Brown's skate. Brown will just slap it down, trying to get into the offensive zone, but it's picked off by Peoria in the face-off circle, and they turn it the other direction to end the period. No score after one. 12 minutes in. right, ready to get this second period underway. Teams break the huddle. Smith will take the drop. He's got Bakta and Allender on your wingers. Quick win by faceoff, and Barron rushes through the traffic. Quick shot. I think he got a piece of the defensive stick there. Didn't make it on goal. Kicked wide to the left. Quickly, Peoria rushes back to the neutral zone on the right side, across the red line. They pull up to keep the play onside. Little ballerina act here. I don't know if you saw that in the lower part of the screen. Kids skating on one foot, trying to stay on sides. But they blow it dead. We'll get our first stoppage here in the second period. Same starting lineup we had to start the first period. Barron and McClin on D. Face off, controlled by Kansas City. Smith wins it back to Barron, but a quick poke check by Peoria, and they regain control over the blue line. Bakta there battling, trying to chip it out of the zone. They do clear the zone. Peoria will have to reset. Allender heading back to the bench. He's limping. That's his stick on the ice there, just below the blue line, and Allender skated off on his own power, but favoring one leg. Peoria digs the puck out, trying to circle around, face-off dot and get a shot, but a good poke check there by McClin. He taps it ahead to Bakta. Bakta backhands it up to JC through the neutral zone. JC on the left side. He'll play it over the blue line, off the boards, back to himself. Trying to skate down into the corner. Gets tied up with the Mustang player. Hargadine there to help. Peoria trying to chip it out. Weisner pinches down, tries to keep the play alive. He'll backhand it down to Hargadine. Hargadine gets checked really hard. He goes down, and Peoria touches it up. That'll be the first penalty of the game. Peoria will head off with a boarding call. KC goes on the power play here with just under 11 minutes remaining. Hargadine will take the face-off with Howard and JC on the wings for this power play. Weisner and Barron back on D. Peoria controls the face-off. They skate around some traffic, short-handed. They push it up through the neutral zone. 2-on-2. Weisner and Barron are back. Quick shot, turned aside. Not sure if Eager got a piece of it or was just wide. Picked up by Barron, nevertheless. Hargadine turns around and receives the pass. He taps it over to JC. JC across the blue line. Shot on target, looking for a rebound right in front with Howard streaking, but the goalie hangs on to it. No rebound there. We'll get a face-off. Minute 10 remaining in the KC power play. Hargadine wins it back over to JC. JC touches it back to the point to Weisner. Weisner and JC back to Weisner. Weisner over to Barron. Barron on the left point. Quick snapshot looking for a redirect, and Howard picks it up and buries it inside the right post. KC up 1-0 on the power play goal. Barron shot it from the point, looking for a tip or a redirect. Howard picked it up, redirected it right behind the goalie. I think it got maybe 5-hole or just under a stick. It went all the way to the far corner. KC goes up 1-0. Howard with the goal, assisted by Barron. Line change, Kansas City here. Just over 10 minutes remaining in the period. Team's back to full strength after the power play goal. Johnson and Weisner are your wingers. Phillips and Weisner are your defensemen. KC over the red line, dumps it into the offensive zone. Chasing after it is Logan Weisner and Johnson. Good poke check by Smith. He sends it back to Weisner. Weisner with a shot on net. Loose puck right in front. Chipped by Smith, but it bounces out in the slot. Good pressure by Johnson to keep the play alive. They try to play it out, but it's kept in by Logan Weisner. Logan Weisner chips it down low. Peoria eventually chips it out, though. Comes back to Phillips. Phillips trying to backhand into the zone. Got poke checked by the Mustangs momentarily. It's tied up here at center ice. Logan Weisner and Smith trying to dig it out. Tough angle here with this little press box in front of me. You probably can't see some of the lower part of the action there. Picked up by Peoria. They come out of the face-off circle. Not sure if Phillips got a piece of that, but an errant shot goes wide behind Eager. Trying to play it out up to Johnson. Johnson into the neutral zone. Looking for a cross-ice pass over to Logan Weisner, who was headed to the bench for a line change. Smith in the corner with Johnson battling. Myers is there as well, trying to keep the play alive below the blue line. Kept in by Hill. Hill sends it behind the Mustangs net. Peoria clears it out into the neutral zone. Across the red line. Plenty of black shirts back. Hargadine back checking. Weisner with a great poke check. Weisner will skate it up the right side. He pulls it around some traffic. He's got Brown and Myers on the wing. Weisner just poke checked at the last second as he's headed over the blue line. Would have been a 3-on-2 break. A couple players get tied up. Weisner comes away with it, and he'll send it back in. Peoria bench. One of the penalty there, no call. 8.5 minutes remaining in the second. Long cross-ice pass, nobody home. Goes end to end, and that'll be an icing call here. With 8.5 minutes remaining in the second. KC 1-0 so far. Not counting shots on the board. I'm not sure if the scoreboard here even has a spot for that, but just a friendly game, no tournament staff on hand, so don't expect that, I suppose, but feels pretty even right now. Not a whole lot of flow, a lot of choppiness in the first period, but a few opportunities from both teams, plenty of shots on net. KC chips it in. Peoria will circle back and regroup behind their own net. Chipping it ahead, trying to get it out, kept in by Dungy. Dungy taps it down low, trying to keep it alive with Allender, and good to see Hargadine, I should say. I was going to say good to see Allender back on the ice, but it was Hargadine. Keep an eye to see if Allender gets back off the bench and if he's still injured. Centering pass goes all the way through the crease, comes back to the top of the face-off circle. Mustangs trying to chip it down low, turned away by Dungy. Comes back to the point, shot tipped, kind of a slow bouncer. Eager saw it all the way, and he kicked it aside. Powell behind the net, he'll play it back the other direction, looking for Brown. Just out of Brown's reach as he's trying to tip it around the left D, but kept in by the Mustangs. Hargadine there. A couple other KC players there. They chip it up and out. Puck's up on its edge. It may eventually reach it, and it does. That'll be an icing call. Slow roller, but it was up on its edge. Made it across the red line. Icing call brings the face-off back down in front of Eager, just to the right of him. Smith takes the face-off, won by Peoria, but they split the defense, goes all the way into the neutral zone. Bakta forechecking, trying to catch up with the pass between the two defensemen for Peoria. They'll play it back to the lefty. Long pass up the center ice, streaking across the blue line. Howard back checking, KC trying to disrupt that. The puck trickles through the crease, and it's turned aside by Eager. Peoria quickly back to the right D. They skate around Smith, pull in short for a shot. Good screen, loose puck right in front, and they score. Peoria picked up the puck, shot it through just to the right of the net, came back to the far side, and there was a player right there on the back door, and he beats Eager to make it 1-1. Peoria ties it up here with just over 7 minutes remaining in the second period. Teams faced recently in the previous tournament. Good competitive games. They've got a really fast skater, number 17, on their team. KC doing their best to contain him so far. Let's see if KC can answer. JC just outside the blue line, dumps it in. Johnson and Logan Weisner chasing after it. Peoria trying to clear it out, pinched in the boards by Logan Weisner. Ian Johnson dig it out of some traffic. Johnson looking for a centering pass, chips it into the slot. Two defenders there for the Mustangs, and they clear it out. Mustangs ice it up the other direction. Stoppage in play here was 6:40. Face-off controlled momentarily by Peoria, but tied up with Weisner and Johnson on the near side. Weisner plays it back below the Mustangs' net. JC chasing after him on the far side. JC with a little check. No call. Peoria bench clamoring for a penalty there, but no call. Logan Weisner with great forecheck pressure comes away with it. Skates around some traffic. Plays it right in front. Shot! Score by JC. Great play by Logan Weisner. Dug it out of the traffic with two Mustangs on him. Found his way to the red line. Perfect pass over to JC. JC buries it. KC answers quickly. Goes back up by one here in the second. Great forecheck pressure there by Weisner, sticking with it. Two Mustangs on him. He digs it out and plays it over to the back door for JC. KC back on top. Weisner trying to play it off the glass. Might have gone into the bench there, so we get another stoppage in play here. do it again at center ice. Johnson rushes through the traffic. Picked up, though, by Peoria. One player back, I should say, with a quick shot by Peoria, but 2 players back for KC, and Eager turns it aside. Trying to play it back to the D, but goes right under his stick. Johnson, good forecheck pressure. Johnson pokes it away from a Mustang player. Logan Weisner on the near side as well. Johnson with a great effort. Weisner trying to dig it out. Same spot he was last time. They play it back to the point for Phillips. Phillips with a slap shot, looking for a tip from Johnson. Goes wide left. JC picks it up. Phillips back to the bench. Powell on the ice. Number 17, we were keeping our eye on for Peoria. He rushes through center ice. Weisner back on D. 17 tries to skate around him, misplays the puck. Picked up by Powell. Powell taps it ahead to Johnson. Good play by Powell. Tapping ahead of Johnson around number 17, who was down low for Peoria. Johnson skating around some traffic. Trying to play it back to the point. Tied up with a couple Mustangs player. Comes out of the zone. KC will regroup. Myers there in a battle as well. Peoria digs it out, but Myers beats him back to the puck. He plays it over to Hill. Hill hits the brakes, buys a little time, looking for an outlet pass. He backhands it off the boards, looking for Hargadine. Hargadine picks it up. He's got Brown on the blue line with Myers. Poke check by Peoria disrupts that rush. They chip it out of the zone. Brown trying to tap it over to another player. Hargadine picks up the loose puck, pulls it back to himself. Hargadine trying to get around one player, gets top of the slot, quick shot on target, trickles in. KC scores. That puck trickled through the net. That is a terrible call. It trickled right through the net. Quick whistle, and they're going to wave it off. Clearly see it roll in the back of the net. I'll take it off my scoreboard, but that was a 5-hole goal right through, trickled into the back of the net. That's a terrible, terrible call. No save. It trickled right through. There was not even a KC player there to continue to play on or stuff it in. They blow it dead, but that puck was on the move the whole time. KC wins the faceoff, comes back to Hill. Bouncing puck, though, trickles up and over his stick blade, and he'll regroup. He taps it ahead at center ice, trying to find Smith, but a poke check there by the Mustangs. Allender is back on the ice. Good to see him back out there. Powell loses an edge, but quickly back on his feet. He plays it over to Brown. Brown plays it ahead to Allender just over the blue line. Allender trying to skate through some traffic. He'll play it back to the point for Hill. Hill plays it back down low for Allender. Allender trying to find some space for a pass. Tied up with 2 Mustangs. Smith there to support. Brown with the poke check disrupts the play, but the Mustangs skate it out. They push it up the right side over the blue line. Tied up, though, is Smith and Hill. Good poke checks by KC. They come away with it. Powell gets tied up there on a check on the boards. No call. Loose puck dug out by the Mustangs. They'll circle back. Play it over the right D. Quick slap shot. Blocked on a tip attempt by their own player, Mustang player, I should say, and it went wide. They regroup, trying to play it back to the point, but picked off by Allender, but they regain possession. Another poke check by KC, though. Good play by Brown. Brown taps it over to Allender. Up the left side. Down to the face-off circle, circling low. Peoria skates down low, digs it out, and he'll play it back out of the zone. Fresh off the bench is Bakta. He taps it back to McClin. Trying to get it right back here to Bakta, but just over their sticks. Must have been touched by somebody. They wave off icing. Peoria playing it around the boards, but kept in by McClin. Just over 3 minutes remaining here in the second period. Bakta with good pressure. He comes away with it. Centering pass right there on the back door, but it's like Dungy was lunging towards the net. Just lost an edge at the last second. Good pass by Bakta. Peoria trying to clear it out. Dungy pinches it on the boards. He'll dig it out, come away with it. Dungy trying to get a centering pass over to Johnson. Peoria plays it out of the zone, up the left side, but a good poke check by Johnson keeps it in momentarily, but right back on the stick of another Peoria player. They skate it through the neutral zone into the KC zone. They'll pull up short shot from the face-off circle, saved by Eager. He'll hang on to that one. You got a stoppage in play here with 2:29 remaining in the second. Not very professional of me to tell you how bad that call was, but I am a hometown broadcaster, so it was a bad call. Watching the replay on the iPad here, that Goalie closes leg pads, and it just trickled right through. Not sure how visible the puck is on the screen back home, but JC taps it ahead to Howard. Bouncing puck just off of his stick, though, as he was skating through the neutral zone. JC fights through a couple of poke checks. Howard picks up the loose puck. Just over the red line, he'll backhand it into the zone with JC and Weisner chasing after it. JC beats his man to the puck, trying to body him up. Howard comes away with it. Loose puck in front, covered up by the Peoria goalie. We get another stoppage in play here. Howard on the ice to take the drop. He's got JC and Weisner on the wing. Phillips and Landon Weisner are your defensemen. KC trying to play, or I should say Peoria trying to play it out, but KC keeps it in at the left D, or right D. Back down low. Howard lost an edge. Peoria comes away with it. Looks like it wasn't just losing an edge. We're going to get a trip here. Peoria goes back in the box. KC back on the power play. Just under 2 minutes remaining. Be a minute 30 penalty. Be most of this second period here, unless KC scores early in the power play. They'll play with a man advantage. Peoria wins the face-off. They play it up and off the glass, but can't quite get it out. Kept in by Weisner. He plays it down low to JC. JC looking to set something up. Howard in the slot. Hargadine on the low side left. He plays it back to the point for Barron. Shot from Barron, looking for a tip from Howard. Waved at it, but it went right on target. Turned aside by the Mustangs goalie. Barron pinches down to keep the play alive. They send it down low by the goalie. Peoria trying to slap shot it around all the traffic, but again kept in by Landon Weisner at the point. Hargadine and Howard trying to tie up the man on the far side, or the behind the net. Kept in by Barron again. Glove down by Hargadine. Hargadine down to the face-off dot. He'll circle around and play it off the boards back to Barron. Barron trying to get it back down low to Hargadine or JC. Or Howard digs it out. Howard trying to get through some traffic. He plays a backhand pass looking for JC, but kicked out of the crease by the Mustangs. Foot race here. Good play by Landon Weisner. I'm sure they're going to get a offsides call, I believe. But good back check there by Weisner, trying to keep up with the streaking Mustang player. Ties him up just enough to slow the puck down, with Peoria sliding into the zone to create the offside situation here. Line change for Kansas City. 32 seconds remaining on the power play. Smith takes the face-off. Mustangs control it, though they chip it in. Circles behind Eager. Hill behind his own net, trying to dig it out. Backhands it up and over the blue line, trying to find Johnson. Tied up by a Mustangs player, but now Smith comes away with it. Smith and Weisner. He plays it over to Weisner. Weisner got turned around, trying to receive the pass. It was just a little behind him. And Peoria busts up the play, but a great play by Hill to keep it alive. Peoria trying to streak out of the zone there, but Hill with a good poke check. Power play is over. Teams are at full strength and right out of the box. We have a player behind all the defense for KC. Dangerous situation there when the penalty ends. And there's one player behind the last line of defense. KC does a good job to break up that play. 5 seconds remaining in the second period. Bodies everywhere, no calls. And that'll do it.
Just because they fall, it's not a trip.
Second period comes to a close. KC with a 2-1 lead will head into this final frame of game number 1 here in Peoria, or Springfield against Peoria. Making a run. Teams will break their huddles here. KC Hockey Club, 12 more minutes to play in this game before we transition to the KC Chiefs for about half of the game. The nearby B-dubs close by, so I imagine most people will head over that direction. Already kind of planned out our afternoon here before we have to run back to the rink and be back here at 5:15 or 5 o'clock-ish for the second game. Quick shot, saved by Eager shortly after the face-off. The Mustangs player springs through the defense and pulls the trigger, but saved by Eager. Only 9 seconds ticked off the clock there. We have our first stoppage of the third period. Smith takes the face off. He wins it over to Barron. Barron chips it on the glass, up and out of the zone. Delayed penalty coming. Looks like probably a boarding call on Barron as the referee has his hand up. Touched up by McClin, and we get a stoppage in play. Get a roughing call, it sounded like, from the referee. Peoria going on. The power play here. Kind of see the body language in the mouth here of Barron saying that he was just returning the favor after he got a little punch to the face. They always catch the retaliation, though. Mustangs play it back to the right D. Back over the left D, trying to get a shot. They tap it into the slot, but picked off by Smith. Smith kicks it ahead to himself and out of the zone. At least breaks up the rush. Peoria circles right back around over the blue line. They'll drop it back to the right side. They'll play it over the lefty, looking for a shot. He pinches down to the face-off circle. Shot saved by Eager, kicked aside. Eager had a glove on it there, and it dropped out just enough, trickled behind the net. Peoria with another centering pass there, but kicked aside. KC trying to clear it out. It comes all the way out to the right D, out of the zone, and Peoria resets. They'll play it all the way back to their own blue line. Back up the right side off the boards, but a poke check by Smith breaks it up. They jump right back in over the blue line, but a poke check breaks up that play. Centering pass is off target. Landon Weiser in the corner. Good poke check separates the puck. Peoria picks it up, though. They'll try to play it back into the face-off circle. Pressure by Smith. Phillips there as well. Centering pass goes off of a skate by a KC player. They play it back to Smith, and Smith will clear the zone. No, it comes just... Yeah, it does get out of the zone. They'll regroup. It's hard to tell right down there. Tough angle here. I can't see the blue line. Mustangs right back in the KC zone, though. 15 seconds remaining on the penalty kill for Kansas City. Peoria with a good chance right here between the circles. Shot turned aside by Eager. Another centering pass turned aside. 5 seconds remaining on the penalty to Barron. Loose puck. Poke check, though, by Weisner, and he clears it out. That should do it for the penalty. Barron back out of the box. He'll go to the bench. KC will switch it up. Powell and Hill on the ice for the defensive unit. Allender, Hargadine, Weisner are your forwards. KC trying to regroup now that they're at full strength. Hargadine digs it out behind his own net, skating through some traffic over the blue line into the neutral zone. Poke check by Peoria, though, breaks up the rush. Hargadine back checking. Mustangs flip right through. Quick shot. Leg pad saved by Eager. Powell kicks it aside, trying to clear the zone. Kept in by the Mustangs, but another poke check by Powell comes right back to blue line, but it stays alive just under the blue line. They keep it in and get another crack at it. Puck trickles down to the crease, and Eager covers it up. KC plays it over to Powell behind his own net. Powell trying to get around some traffic, looking to play it back to Hill. Mustangs pick it up, though. Centering pass picked off by Hargadine. Hargadine skates through some traffic on the face-off dot. Gets poke checked, loses the puck, trying to chip it ahead across the blue line, but kept in by Peoria. Both teams battling hard here. Close game, good opportunities on both sides. Powell bodies up a man. Loose puck. Trickles back behind Eager. Hill comes away with it. He'll play it back to Powell. Powell trying to chip it up the boards, tied up with the Peoria player. Loose puck trickles out to Logan Weisner. Logan Weisner trying to skate through some traffic. He's got Hill breaking with him. Logan Weisner pushes ahead to himself. He's in the slot. Around some traffic. Trying to get a shot. Looks like it's covered up by the goalie. Not sure if he slides across the crease. Not sure if the referee knows where it is, if they've called it. They called a goal. I would guess that was Wisner. They got the goal. Referee's pointing at it. Have to double check and see. Can't really tell who got the last stick on it. I'll watch the replay here. I don't know if Hill may have poked at it, or it might have trickled in on Wisner's initial shot. That's one of those. I'll have to watch the replay, and if I can't tell there, we'll have to ask the boys in the locker room. They'll certainly know. If KC gets the goal, I'll go ahead and put that on the board here. We'll see later who they gave it to. If nothing else, that's there's a parent here on the right side doesn't agree with the call. Nevertheless, it's payback for the goal they took off the board earlier. 3-1 either way you call it, that goal or that goal. It's exactly what it is. It's a makeup call. Johnson to take the face-off with Howard and JC on the wings. Barron and McClin are your defensive unit for this shift. 8.5 minutes remaining in the contest. Puck trickles back to McClin. He chips it ahead to Howard. Howard and Johnson have an opportunity here, but rolling puck hard to settle. As Howard was trying to pull it forward to himself, but it's up on its edge. Peoria trying to play it out of the zone. They play it up to the top of the face-off circle, but a poke check by Johnson breaks it up. Peoria chips it up into the neutral zone. Good stick check and a back check there by JC breaks up that rush. Mustangs return the favor. They head the other direction. Barron and McClin back on D. 2-on-2 break, but another good back check by Johnson. Drop pass by Peoria to the right D over the left D. Quick slap shot goes off the side of Barron. Hit Barron on the shoulder pads, I believe, and kicked over the net. JC digs out the loose puck. He plays it up to Howard. Just off of Howard's stick, trickles into the neutral zone. And Mustangs regroup. Johnson bodies his man up at the blue line. Barron goes in hard, breaks up the puck, breaks up the play. Loose puck comes out to the blue line. Dug out by Howard. Not sure, might have been an offsides. The puck was bouncing around the blue line back and forth there. I don't see any arms up, no penalties. So offsides call. A lot of action back and forth around the blue line. That puck really not getting settled. Certainly easy to create an offside situation there. Smith wins a face-off back to Phillips. Phillips will circle around in his own zone. Looking for an outlet pass. He'll play it off the boards for Myers. But comes back to the point just out of his reach. Mustangs keep it alive. Bouncing puck into the slot. Quick shot goes wide left of Eager. Wisner digs it out. Trying to circle behind his own net. He gets tied up with two Mustangs. Smith there as well, but the Mustangs circle around Eager trying to get a quick shot or a wraparound. Stuffed by the KC defense. Myers on the far side trying to chip it out of the zone, but it's kept in. And then a good poke check by Dungeon. He clears the zone. Peoria regroups. Offsides call. They missed that one. Chipped in, but they play on. Wisner plays it up to Smith. Smith trying to chip it on the boards around some Mustang players. They break up the play. It comes back to center ice. Wisner over to Phillips. Phillips touch pass up to Myers. Myers streaking up the left side over the blue line. Skating around the referee, trying to chip it into the far corner, but a couple Mustangs there. Smith will play it back to the point for Hill. Hill and Powell on for defense. Quick shot by Hill looking for a tip. Trickles into the crease, but turned aside by the Peoria defense. And they'll break it out the far side. Good poke check by Myers from behind there. Peoria gets around the last player. Shot, glove saved by Eager. That's number 17 there with a quick wrist shot. Looking for that top right corner. It looked like there was some daylight there, but Eager got a glove on it. Great save by Eager. KC trying to clear the zone here. Peoria keeps it in. They chip it back down low. 17 again with the puck. Into the crease, but poke checked away by Kansas City. Errant shot goes about 10 feet right of the net. Hill ties up his man. Smith there as well. Smith digs it out. Smith plays it up the boards looking for Powell or Dungy. Bouncing puck goes around some Mustangs player, chips into the neutral zone, and they'll regroup. Player goes down. Smith taps it around the last man back. Smith into the face-off circle. Trying to get around some traffic. Poke check. Loose puck in front. Backhand shot. Dungy water bottles it on the rebound. Great goal by Dungy and a great effort by Smith. He taps it around some traffic, got all the way into the crease. Just couldn't put it home, got tied up by the goalie. But Dungy right there to backhand it off the top of the net. And KC goes up 4-1. Allender to take the face-off here with Brown and Bakta on the wings. Barron and McClin on D. Mustangs control behind their own net. They'll skate it up right through their crease. Dangerous spot to pick. They break through the defense nevertheless, all the way across the blue line into the KC zone, going down to the far corner. Looking for a centering pass, turned aside by Eager. Loose puck picked up by McClin. He taps it ahead to Brown. Brown's got Allender and Bakta streaking. He plays it ahead to Bakta. Allender pulls up on the blue line to stay on side. Bakta loose puck. Shot right in front. Bakta picked it up low, just below the face-off dot, trying to get a backhand shot in there that maybe create a rebound, but it was covered up by the Mustang goalie with just under 5 minutes remaining here in the game. Mustangs control. They win it back right on target to the goal, though, and the goalie turns it aside. Barron trying to keep it alive at the point. Puck comes out of the zone, chipped it back in, but Brown streaking back, still offsides. Play is blown dead. Mustangs win the face-off. They play it from the left D over to the right side. Off-target pass, but picked up by the right defenseman. They play it quickly across the red line into the KC zone. McClin and Barron back. Right D pinches down, trying to play something low, tied up by Allender. Allender does a good job to separate his man from the puck. Loose puck tapped ahead to Hargadine. And we got a penalty here. As soon as Peoria touched it up, it looked like there was a Mustangs player on top of Allender for quite a bit, slow to get up. Allender looks okay, but it certainly looked like the Mustangs player took his time getting off of Allender, so maybe some sort of interference call. He goes to the bench. KC goes back on the power play. JC Howard and Hargadine on your forward line. Weisner and Barron on the blue line. Mustangs control the face-off. They play it behind their own net. Pressure from Hargadine there. Hargadine's going to get a call here as he wrapped up his man. Hooking call coming on Hargadine. That'll even up the ice 4-on-4, a little more open ice. Player for each team in the box. 4 minutes is now following the referee. Face-off just to the left of Eager. 4-on-4 hockey for at least another minute 22. Mustangs win the face-off, back to the right D, slap shot. Off target, picked up by a Mustangs player, and he fired a quick shot, turned aside. JC on the near side, Landon Weisner as well. Landon Weisner chips it ahead looking for Barron. Barron trying to play it ahead to Howard. Puck gets up on its edge, and that'll be an icing call. Looking for an outlet pass there from Barron to Howard, but it got on its edge and out of his reach. All the way to the other end, we get an icing call, 3.5 minutes or so remaining. 1 minute remaining on the penalty to Mustangs. 1:08 remaining on the penalty to Hargadine. Mustangs initially control, but Barron picks their pocket, skates it up through center ice. Passes over to JC. JC across the blue line. JC going down in the near corner, trying to skate through some traffic, but tied up by two Mustang players. They come away with it. Howard back on D as Barron had pinched down. Howard scoots up with a good poke check. Mustangs come away with it. Shot on target, saved by Eager. 3:22 remaining. Hill and Powell on the ice now for the defensive unit. Smith will take the face-off, along with Johnson. Powell picks up the loose puck, trying to chip it out of the zone, looking for a streaking Johnson there on the right side, but poked away by the Mustangs. Mustangs chip it in the corner, but tied up with Powell. 2 Mustang players there. Powell in pursuit, trying to poke check it away. Peoria, the drop pass down to the left D. Slap shot coming on target. Saved by Eager, kicks it into the corner. Powell clears it out. Not quite out of the zone, kept in by Peoria at the last second. Peoria back on the ice, full strength. 6 seconds remaining on the penalty to Hargadine. Very short man advantage for Peoria. 1 quick rush here. Shot trickles into the near corner. Hargadine back on the ice. Shot turned aside by Eager. Johnson will pick it up on the near side. 2.5 minutes remaining in this final frame. Johnson skates it up the right side, chips it ahead. Hargadine just over the blue line, looking for a shot. Blocker save, trips in behind the net, chips and bounces behind the net. 2 players back there for the Mustangs. Centering pass dug out by Smith. Centering pass, nobody there. Mustangs break it out the other direction. Smith, I should say Hill, and Weisner back on D. Good poke check there by Weisner. Hargadine over to Smith. Smith trying to get it ahead to Johnson. He taps it ahead. No ice, they wave it off. Johnson gets there first anyway. He ties up his man. Test of strength here. Hargadine will dig it out while those 2 wrestle. He'll circle around looking for a wraparound. Loose puck right in front and covered up by the Mustangs goalie to get a stoppage in play here. Great effort there by Johnson in the corners. It's a test of strength there in the corner. He tied up his man. In the process of that, Hargadine came and dug the puck out. Tried to get a wraparound shot. 1:45 remaining in the final frame here. Great effort here by Kansas City after tough battles in Wisconsin against Peoria. Strong 4-1 lead here. Strong statement by KC. Potentially could be a 5-1 game. If you count the goal they took off the board. Logan Weisner circling behind the net. Mustangs poke it away though. 90 seconds in the contest. Comes back to the point. Phillips chips it back in. Looking for Allender or Weisner. Referee put his hand up momentarily. It's funny. He put it up, pulled it right back down. Was trying to call a penalty, but he did not. Mustangs rush the other direction into the KC zone. They play it back for a shot from the faceoff circle. What a great poke check by Allender. Broke it up. Chipped up and out of the zone by Kansas City. Just about a minute left here. Just burn a little more clock. KC trying to chip it out. Mustangs keep it alive right on the blue line. They pull it down. Good pass to the faceoff dot. Shot. Glove save by Eager. Knocks it down. Picked up by Weisner. Weisner over to Myers. Myers chips it off the boards into the neutral zone. Icing call if it gets there. Weisner beats his man to the puck. Plays it over to Allender. Good play from Weisner to Allender. And Allender, quick shot just wide left. Phillips picks up the puck at the left point. He plays it back down low. Dungy chasing after it. Mustangs trying to clear it out. Smith with good pressure there. Breaks up the rush. 1 Mustangs player comes away with it, but 3 KC players back. Now all 5 are back. It's 1-on-5 rush. 20 seconds remaining. Loose puck dug out by Bakta, trying to clear the zone, get it up and over the blue line, into the neutral zone. Bakta and Dungy. 2-on-2 break for Kansas City, 10 seconds left. Bakta trying to get through some traffic into the slot, but a poke check by Peoria, and they break it up. Peoria chips it up and out of the zone, and that will do it. KC with a commanding 4-1 win here in their first friendly of the weekend against the Mustangs. Great start. Good offensive game for KC. Great goaltending by Eager. And KC off to a great start. Second game tonight is at 6 o'clock. Same facility, different sheet. The Junior Blues are playing on this sheet of ice tonight. At 6 o'clock against the St. Louis Sting, right back here. So we'll take a little break, go watch some Chiefs football, and head back here for game number 2. 4-1 your final here. KC wins it against the Peoria Junior Mustangs. See you tonight.